Landon, hopefully everything's all right after that Derby fiasco you guys had there in Louisville, but thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I still have mixed feelings on that. I'm not sure which way I go on that one.
Alrighty, but Crocs, you have less mixed feeling as you guys have the data. What are you guys seeing there?
Yeah, so Crocs is one of our favorite companies to talk about. They've had a fantastic turnaround over the last 2 years. This is a $28 stock that 2 years ago was $6. And so they've basically gone up 4x in that amount of time. And if you look at their purchase intent mentions, you see why. People are really starting to adopt these and jump on the bandwagon, and they're having a lot of fun with the Crocs. I mean, you used to be able to make fun of people that wear Crocs, and now they don't care so much. They enjoy being made fun of. So the stuff that they're wearing is fun and strange, and people are really getting into Crocs. And so when you look at this purchase intent move, you see why the stock has run so much. And what we're seeing right now is, if you look at the year over year, where you're looking at the very beginning of May, the purchase intent is actually up about 50% year over year. Now, the stock is up about 60% or so year over year as of the end of the quarter, and it's run another 10% since then. And so that tells us that expectations are very high in the market. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen on this earnings report. I would expect strong numbers from Crocs, but I think that the market may expect those as well. And so that may be already priced in. So it's a little bit tough to play this one. I wouldn't necessarily say they're overbought, but the stock price has run a little bit farther than the purchase intent, even though the purchase intent is up significantly.
I have two statements to make here, Landon. Number one, the horse was leading the entire race. Okay, and number two, there is no closing bell on teasing people about Crocs. We can do it all day long, every day. So let's get that set. That being said, my feelings about Crocs out of this, we're here to try to make money, and is this a good trade or not? What does your data say on, it looks like both are trending higher, Landon.
Yeah, it's trending higher. So what I would say is we're expecting really strong numbers, but I would think that the market's expecting that as well. So it really comes down to, I think, guidance, and we're showing that purchase intent, again, is up 50% year over year. Things are turning around for them. They've got this, I don't know if you've seen it, but they've got those new beams with the fanny packs on them. So shoes actually have fanny packs on the back of them, and that they're getting a lot of attention, and people are actually buying them. I didn't see any of them at Derby. I was looking, and I don't think that maybe they would have let people in where we were sitting with Crocs on.
Yeah, but, you're darn right.
Yeah.
No Croc
people
area.
Are loving them, and that's right. That's right. And as far as your other point, I agree with you. I had a friend say it best. He said, if you don't want to get cut off, don't be behind. So that's a good way to think about it as far as the Derby goes.
Well, one thing that definitely hasn't been cut off is Crocs stock prices. It's up 85% over the last year. But I want to bring in Evelyn here, as well here, Landon. Crocs.
Fun, I think, is the right word to describe that company, Landon, and Kevin too, the joke. But I think that the best part is that Crocs is in on the joke. Why else would they come up with these attachable fanny packs? You put your keys in there.
I'm going to have to insist that they rename a fanny pack if it's not near the fanny.
An ankle pack? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you need a new name
with the Crocs Corp. But I don't know. I feel like it's a fun company, and they definitely have their targeted audience. If you're going to be on your feet all day, or if you're just looking for a comfortable, loud shoe, it might not be your forte, it might not be mine, but it's somebody's, and I think that's what they're really honing in on.
Well, there's no might in this.
Well, it looks like they're embracing the irony, which is what you're going to have to do.
Exactly. It's all about being loud and fun and a little bit on the absurd side. But I want to take it back. You were talking about the strong growth of the company over the past 2 years. But something interesting in the social media tweets that I saw today was a comparison to Crocs' really giant run-up with their IPO. Mm-hmm. So our first tweet is from Scotland, who says, who's referring to Beyond Meat. He says, I'm not a first-day buyer of IPOs, but regardless of what you think of the product, put it on your watch list. Don't overthink it. The market will tell you if you should own it or not. I thought Crocs were ugly shoes, but it didn't matter. The market took it for a run. And if
kind of what I'm talking about, right?
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you like the product, but if it's tradable, then people get in on it.
And it's not a fashion choice. We're here to make money.
If you see the company's chart on the Max Weekly, which the platform can do that, I mean, you see that they went up from $15 in February of 2006 when they first started trading, up 400% until it reached all-time highs on October 2007. And when they were at about $75, it just really zoomed up there. And now it's a little bit off that. But in the past 2 years, it has been sort of making higher.
Landon, I'm looking at your chart that you provided us here, and year over year, it looks like the consumer purchase intent mentions are higher, as you said. So just because Kevin's not going to the store and buying Crocs doesn't mean that other people aren't, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that people are definitely buying them, and you can see that huge spike beginning of in the middle of 2018 preceded the run, stock price going from 18 to 30 or so. So that was when we knew something big was happening. And now we're seeing a 50% increase year over year. But again, the difference here is that the stock is up so much. And so it's going to be really hard to quantify. If you put a gun to my head, I would say they're a little bit overbought, and I think they may be due for a pullback, which I think may agree with what Ben Watson was looking at as far as the technicals go. But generally speaking, I'm probably going to be sidelines on this one. But again, if I was forced to make a decision, if it's post time all of a sudden, then I'm probably going to lean a little bit on the overbought side.
Landon, one other quick follow-up for you, because this is a product that's sold in stores. You know, people actually go in, they buy it. It's a fairly low price point. It's something that, you know, even if it was ironic that they're talking about it in terms of actually going and buying it, but they actually go and do it, how much more, you know, in terms of, I don't know if accuracy is the right word, but how much more indicative is your guys' data when it's a product that it's actually a tangible product they can actually go buy?
Yeah, that's a great point. So we do tend to do better with companies who have either a single product or just a single brand, I guess I should say. So Crocs fits really well into our wheelhouse, and the fact that it's a physical product is really nice as well. But it's really important that they have a single key brand. So a company like Crocs or Netflix or even Chipotle, companies like that where the company name is the brand, we do extremely well with that. And so, yeah, I'm confident in our data. It did show that big turnaround in the summer of 2018, and we're off to a fantastic start now. But again, price is so high, I just don't know where this is going. And they've got a huge move expected. I think 10% expected move. So this is going to be an interesting earnings report tomorrow morning.
It definitely will. And Evelyn, you had one more tweet that you saw as well this morning, correct?
I do, and I'll keep it short. Our next tweet is from Starlet, who says, if Mondays were shoes, they'd be Crocs.
Oh.
I don't quite know the sentiment she's leaning toward, but I don't know.
I know what she means.
Hey, some people really like Mondays, though, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, here's what I know. 2 things to live by, Landon. Don't buy your kids Crocs, and no Velcro on their gym shoes. Remember that.
Wow, I'm 0 for 2 on that. Sorry.